Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, my returning sages, and welcome to my newcomers. I truly appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Okay, now let's get this party started. Okay, so I won't keep you guys long. I will not keep you guys long. And let me tell you guys too, at the very end, I've got a little surprise for you guys. All right. So it starts out. The first scene is at Crystal's house. Crystal and her housekeeper prepare charcuterie boards. Charcuterie boards. Okay. I just like saying the word charcuterie. And quite honestly, I was wondering, is that a part of a housekeeper's job? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe she's just doing it to be nice. But anyway, so Crystal is frazzled because the ladies are coming before the time she asked. Quite honestly, all I'm thinking is, Crystal, Crystal girl, show us exactly how you got a second season. All right? Because quite frankly, I didn't know why she had a first season. Crystal was kind of boring to me. And so far, she had still been boring, but I know this is just the third episode. And then I do get a little surprise at the end of the episode with Crystal. So let's keep going so we can get there. And also, drop down in the comments below and let me know if you also was wondering why is Crystal here. Just wondering because I need people to have good storylines. I need people to be entertaining. And she had just been, kind of flying under the radar. And I'm like, girl, now you need to do your part. Okay? You need to do your part. So she has on this black, I think they call it like well, no, actually it wasn't a baby doll dress, but she has on this black dress, and Garcelle kind of throws shade at it in her confessional, saying that she didn't need to put on like a baby doll dress because we all know that you're the youngest, and she says she looks like she's 12. I just want to give her a lollipop. Well, let me say this. I do like Garcelle's confessional look. I do. I really do. It's an improvement. And if you guys haven't caught my Laughing While Logic Presents Sight on Scene, it's where me and Chase talks about fashion, and I included the Beverly Hills Women in there. So you should go check that out when you have time. The link will be below. But back to this show. I do think that that confessional look was an improvement for her. Okay, I really do. I'm smiling because Chase kind of tore her up a little bit in this sight on scene, but you guys have to go over there and check it out because I felt like Garcelle had improved. All right, you know what? She has hit or miss type of, she's kind of 50-50, but even saying that she's 50-50 hit or miss is an improvement from last season. Okay. So back to Garcelle throwing shade. She was throwing light shade and stuff in her confessional, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know if that was necessary, but they all do it. They all do it. So she's asked by Erica if she had to record the show today, and she says yes, she had Kathy Hilton on the show. Cut to Kathy Hilton on the show asking if she received the invitation to the wedding. Well, Garcelle said that she did not receive the invitation to the wedding. However, she did receive the shower invitation. The wedding invite, I think, was the big blue Tiffany blue book that, Kyle accused Mauricio of sitting on in episode 1. I think the person who was delivering those book invites, took a break because his back was hurting and he's still on break. Okay, he'll get to it. Even though the wedding has happened already and the wedding is over, he'll get to it. Okay, did y'all see how big them books was? Honey, his back was hurting. Kyle talks with the ladies about opening a brick and mortar clothing store. Dorit goes to the restroom and now, okay, Dorit goes to the restroom and takes her purse. All right, now remember that because I'm going to get to that in just a moment. So immediately as Dorit goes to the restroom, Kyle starts talking about her behind her back out of concern, and in her confessional she plays the message. She says she left her a message and she was having an anxiety attack and she was just extremely emotional. All right, it was an emotionally charged message where she was worried and scared about something. Now back to Dorit taking her purse with her. I do not believe that Dorit took her purse with her to the restroom because she felt like the ladies would steal anything out of it. What I believe is that she's probably on her period, okay? And so she took it to, not, she took the purse with her in order to discreetly bring the item that she needs out of it if she is in fact menstruating, okay? So now, the reason why I'm saying that, people, is because women, when we are having that time of month, we are a lot of times, like at least 80% of us are extra emotional. And I simply believe that that is what triggered her emotionally charged message. Okay. I know you guys might be thinking, oh, you're overanalyzing, but hey, this is me. This is what I do. I pay attention to details. I see everything. Dorit took her purse. I mean, most likely it is for, the time of the month, and she was emotional. So she probably already was emotional, and when this time of the month came, it heightened. So just give her about a week. She'll be all right. Okay, we all be all right in about a week. But I just didn't appreciate the Kyle talking about her, and I mean as soon as the lady stood up and took a step out of the frame. Kyle, I'm like, girl. And then in her confessional, she played it for the whole world. Like, damn, girl. That was a message that was just for you. It was just for you. It wasn't for the world. Oh my gosh, Kyle is getting on my nerves. Actually, you know what? It ain't that she's getting on it. I don't know. She ain't never been off of my nerves. Kyle is just all the way tap dancing all on the little bit of nerves that I got left. Anyway, moving right along. So, Dorit comes back from the restroom and Kyle goes in on Sutton, okay? She starts talking about Sutton behind Sutton's back because Sutton was not there. And again, she's, doing it out of play concern, saying that Sutton may be going through something and telling telling Dorit what Sutton said about, I have fires that I have to put out. I've been busy. My French decorator got stuck at customs with his French ass. No, anyway. And then, now this was wrong, okay? Sutton then says, well, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have a gun put to my, head. And I apologize, you guys, if this sounds insensitive with what recently happened. I am just, and I'm talking about with the school, okay? I ain't talking about Dorit. I'm talking about with the school. I apologize for that, but this is me recapping the show, and it did happen in the show. All right? So moving right along. Now we see Kyle. She's going to the La Quinta house for her brick and mortar store to open it up. And she drove by herself. Dorit didn't come with her because PK told Kyle that Dorit had chest pains and he told her to take half a Xanax for it. I That confused me. I'm not 100% sure what Xanax is. I just hear people say the word all the time, and I know that I believe it's for anxiety. So I never heard someone say take it for chest pains. That was interesting to me. Anyway, we're reminded that Kyle has been burglarized and it took 6 months for her to feel safe in her home. Erica is at her house and she greets Rena and the rest of the ladies as they, head out on the road to La Quinta. Now, Erica kind of, she has to point out to us that she wore that outfit twice. The outfit that she greets Rena in, she wore it twice. She didn't used to have to resort to wearing clothes and outfits twice because she used to sell them and just buy more clothes. And now she can't do that. Boo hoo, Erica, boo hoo. Okay? Girl, shut up. I mean, sometimes these people just really sound crazy to me. You got to make it a point to tell us that you're wearing that. This your second time wearing that outfit, girl. Mm-mm. Anyway, and actually, I didn't care for it, so you shouldn't have worn it the first time. Okay, okay. Now, the ladies prepare for the road trip. Garcelle, Erica, and Renner ride together, leaving Crystal and Diana to partner up. Crystal asks Diana if she's ever been to an outlet where they sell brands for 30% off. Diana looks 100% confused, and she lets us know, okay, that designers send her clothes, and she keeps what she likes and sends back what she doesn't. That's how she shops. It's very reminiscent of Kim from the first season of RHOBH, okay? The ladies arrive in La Quinta for Kyle's brick and mortar, and Garcelle, Erica, Rena, and Dorit are staying in Kyle's home, and Sutton, Crystal, and Diana are staying in the hotel. Crystal goes over to her to Sutton's hotel room, and Crystal tells Sutton that Kyle can't keep her name out of her mouth. Okay, no, that ain't how she says it, but she does tell her that Kyle was talking about her, and Sutton explains that she was freaked out. Okay, and then cut to them at the store. Diana walks in Kyle's store and she looks awkward and again like confused, but more awkward than confused, I'd say. And she explains that she's never been to a store opening. Okay, now I'm gonna tell y'all what I said in my mind when she just standing there looking all awkward like she don't know what to do with herself and talking about I ain't never been to a store opening. Well, bitch, have you been to a store before? Like, you do know what a store is, don't you? You know what a store is, Diana. Girl, I mean, I know you have a lot of money, but at this point now, you're getting ridiculous. Just very ridiculous and off-putting, okay? Because now do you want to pretend like you've never been inside of a store? Because you have a lot of money, so you don't know what's this thing you guys call stores. Bitch, you know what a store is. It's a store. Girl, knock it off. And then to give us this little long story and stuff before talking about you was poor before and now you have a lot of money. Okay, and she was saying how she got excited. Now this was from episode 1, how Diana was saying she got excited when she made her first $1,000 and then real excited when she made her first $2,000 and so on and so forth. Okay, when you made your first $1,000, you wasn't buying stuff out of a store. I don't get it, and it's time for her to stop that stuff, acting like she don't know what a store is and everything. That just I couldn't. I'm like, I can't take it. I can't take it. You need to stop. You need to stop. You really do, because girl. Okay. Anyway, it's just ridiculous. All right. Moving on. So, in said store, okay, Sutton approaches Dorit and apologizes for the inappropriate comment, okay? and Kyle runs over, and then Garcelle follows. And that was funny to me because when Sutton first approaches Dorit, Garcelle was kind of around but wasn't in the conversation. But I'm sure she was aware of it. Then they just cut and we see Kyle standing next to Dorit, and she is just really giving her a funny look. I don't even know. I'm gonna put the picture in right here because I don't even know how to explain it. It's just I'm like, girl, why are you looking at her like that? Are you upset because she's accepting the apology? What are you, or are you pleased with yourself? Because it kind of was like she had a little smirk. I don't know what's going on in Kyle's head. I really don't. I did hear about 2 years ago that she was a producer, but I could never find the her name again. I thought I saw her name on something, and I couldn't find it again. But I tell you what, she most certainly is acting like the producer. She really is. Whether her name is up there flying across the screen at the end in the credits or not, the way she's acting is like a producer, okay? And she's getting on my nerves. She getting on my nerves. She is. So anyway, so yeah, Garcelle saw, Kyle over there, and I guess she said, if she got somebody extra, then Sutton gonna have somebody extra too, because Garcelle is on a mission to check these bitches, okay? Kyle is like the first one on the list, I think. Kyle and Erica on that list, on Garcelle's list, baby. Now, Sutton hugs Kyle and then asks Kyle to take the knife out of her back. Kyle says, I don't do anything behind the back. I do everything to the face. Well, that's not true, Kyle. That's not true, Kyle. That's not true. The way Kyle is moving so far in these 3 episodes is shady. It's shadiness. And she talking about everybody behind their back, And I guess she feels like, I'm thinking that her justification is that, well, I did tell you to your face. And then, yes, I continue to talk about you behind your back. I talked about you behind your back first, then came and told you to your face. Then I talked about you more behind your back. So somewhere in there, Kyle feels like it's okay because she did end up telling her to her face. But she does talk about people behind their back. I mean, not only did she do that to Sutton, she also did it to her good girlfriend, Dorit, with the playing the message in the confessional and stuff. That was just so, unless it was planned and fake, there's no excuse for that, because that was a personal message. And I was appalled. Okay, I was appalled, y'all. I was appalled. All right, and here we go. They're back at the house. They are getting ready to eat dinner, and the food did look delicious. It really, really did. Made me go in my kitchen and see what I could put together, okay? But Diana and Kyle, they do have a conversation about astrology where Diana announces that her birthday is August 23rd and that she's a Leo. Well, I did like Kyle did. I tilted my head a little bit trying to understand. And I mean, instantly I knew that was on the cusp. I knew it was on the cusp. When you're on the cusp, because technically here in America, Diana, you're a Virgo, okay? That's the way it works with our astrology system. I know you can travel all around the world and there's different types of horoscopes and astrology and this, that, and the other. Because I mean, anyway, but here in America, you're considered a Virgo. However, she's on the cusp. And from my experience with astrology, when people are on the cusp, you very well may have some people that show more of the one sign than the other, and that could be the one that they're technically not supposed to be. So when Diana did say that she spoke to many astrologers and got many readings and they all said she was a Leo, that could very well be true. Now, technically she's a Virgo, but apparently, if I were to believe what Diana is saying and the way she's explaining it, because like I said, I've experienced doing readings for people and everything who were on the cusp, but they act like the one that they're, where the cutoff was just that. So she may have Leo tendencies, more Leo tendencies than Virgo tendencies. But honestly, though, I see a lot of Virgo in her. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't really see the Leo. I see more Virgo behavior. Okay? And her sitting up there acting like she's never been in a store before and she's never went shopping. Designers send her things and this, that, and the other. The way Diana is acting, it is very Virgo like, in my opinion. It's just it is what it is, okay? It's not Leo like, it's Virgo like. And maybe that's why I have a distaste for her. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not saying I don't like all Virgos. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying personally in my life, the couple of Virgos and earth signs I've had to deal with, mm-mm, it wasn't very great, but I don't have anything against Virgos anyway, so I'm going to move right along, okay? Hopefully I don't regret saying that. Because I don't know everybody's sign in my life, so, and the only people in my life right now are the ones that I love and adore, so I could have a very good, nice Virgo in my life, okay? Okay. All right. And we are doing what? Moving right along to that dinner. All right. So Rena has the first plate out and she goes and sits down and says, I'm going to come and sit with my friends. Come on, guys. And she's talking to the dogs. Well. They took her seriously, okay? Because Bambi came and sat right next to her and thought that steak was for her. And she ate that damn steak right off of her plate. Okay? My goodness. Yes, I grabbed my imaginary pearls. I really did. Especially when Rena kept eating from the plate. Oh my God. To me, for me, that's equivalent as kissing a dog in the mouth. And I know we've all heard this before, this saying that, oh, a dog's mouth is cleaner than our mouth and all this. Honey, baby, let me tell y'all something. I will never know. I will never know how clean a dog's mouth is. I ain't gonna be in it. I'm not going to be in it. My gosh. I had a dog for 15 years. May he rest in peace. He recently passed in January. And I loved him to death. We never kissed in the mouth, ever, ever. I gave him plenty of hugs and snuggles, but we didn't kiss in the mouth, okay? May he rest in peace. Good Lord. Anyway, moving right along. So Garcelle, they're all sitting around on the couch eating, and Garcelle, which actually too, why don't they have any trays? Or I guess maybe they just felt like being casual because they literally have their plates in their lap. That doesn't even, I mean, to eat a steak, never mind. I'm not going to break it all down. I'm not. I just think it was not hygienic and awkward. You're eating steak out of your lap. Ugh. Anyway, okay. So Garcelle initiates a conversation about Sutton. Sutton explains that boundaries are very different, and Rena agrees. And Sutton explains that when her father passed, she didn't want people coming over because she was going to have the feeling of needing to be a good hostess, and she just didn't want to be. The thing about it is she just didn't want to be bothered, and that's okay. That's very much okay. And the reason why she's saying this and explaining this is because Kyle is still kind of harping on that, you didn't even call Dorit, check on Dorit, you didn't even go over to Dorit's house when this happened, you didn't even go over to Dorit, and it's like, girl, that's when Sutton was explaining that people can go through the same, and I say this all the time to you guys. People can experience the same thing but react or respond differently. It happens all the time. Two things can be correct at the same time. So, and the thing is too, we have to remember that a person only has their experience. They don't experience it through someone else. They experience an experience through themselves. So, when Sutton went through something emotional, she wanted to be alone. Okay, that's how she feels and sees things. So therefore, that is what she based her decision on when she decided not to rush over there and get all up in Dorit's face, So we can't fault her for that. That's okay. My goodness. And to be honest too, sometimes I take a seat back as well, depending on because she knew that all of them, four of them rushed over there. We saw Teddy, gosh, when it first happened, we saw Teddy, we saw Erica, we saw Brenna, we saw Kyle. How many hugs do she need? I mean, you can only hug like one person at a time anyway. She all right? I mean, I'm not minimizing her experience. I'm just saying she did not need dozens and dozens of people in her face. Anyway, it just didn't make any sense. And they ain't that close anyway. Dorit had even said that she feels like if Sutton had went over there and gave her hugs and all that, that it may be have a level of fakeness to it because they're not close like that. So I don't get why Kyle is so bothered. But, you know, I would like for her to sit down and hush. Anyway, now Crystal explains to the ladies that she's being triggered. She lets them know she is triggered and that what they're doing is gaslighting to tell someone they feel wrong. And it most certainly is. Absolutely 100%. To tell anyone how they feel is wrong, or to tell them that they feel this certain thing instead of what it is that they're saying that they feel, that is gaslighting. That is exactly what that is. No matter what anybody says, this is an example of gaslighting, okay? And people should not do it. They shouldn't do it. They shouldn't do it. So then Kyle says that Crystal is just so dramatic. Oh my God, this is not about you, Crystal. Oh my God, you're just so dramatic. And I'm like, girl, okay. If that ain't the kettle calling the pot black, I think that's how it goes. The kettle is calling the pot black, or the pot the pan. Girl, takes one to know one, okay? Are you upset that attention shifted from you and your dramatics over to someone else? And now you calling them dramatic because they took spotlight off of your dramatics? Girl, woo, Jesus. Okay. Do Jesus. Anyway. So Crystal begins to yell, my feelings are irrelevant because they will never understand. And Crystal tells Dorit to get real. And Dorit asks, are you out of your fucking mind? I was like, wait a minute, where are we going with this? Because now y'all cussing each other out, y'all crying and cussing. That's not funny, but I'm like, choose one. But hey, I ain't telling you how to feel. I ain't telling you that how you feel is wrong, but you cussing and crying. That both of them started crying and cussing. I'm like, ooh, honey, okay, calm down, calm down. So anyway, then then in this moment it's so funny because I was wondering, where's Kathy at? Because I was just thinking, if Kathy was there, would they be doing all of that cussing, crying, hollering stuff? Because it seemed like to me, whenever Kathy was around, that the women just were more poised and tried to be very classy based. You know, whenever Kathy was around, they just seemed to not get all very crazy. You know, very, dramatic. So I was just wondering in that moment, where is Kathy? And if she was here, would y'all be doing all of this hollering, screaming, cussing, crying? And at first I kind of thought that maybe they would treat Diana like Kathy, but they were still cussing, screaming, hollering, crying. So I'm like, okay, well, she ain't no Kathy, and she ain't no Kathy. At least I could understand the words that came out of Kathy's mouth. I don't understand Diana, and I don't think I want to. So anyway, but we really could have used some of Kathy's hunky-dory comic relief in that moment, okay? Who is hunky-dory? Now, Diana stands up and calls herself Crystal's bodyguard, and tells her that she's ready to go. And then she ends up telling her, Crystal, your bodyguard leaving, you coming? And Sutton is like, oh my gosh. She said, I have to ride back with these women. And and my thing is, okay, I don't think Sutton has anything against Crystal, but Diana, now her part was very edited, but they have Diana saying something about, Sutton is awkward and says dumb things and she has to apologize, and I've just met you. This is only my second time meeting you. This is your third apology. You've done 2 or 3 apologies already, and blah, 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 blah. Diana, I don't, girl, honey, I was getting ready to lie and say, I'm not sure whether or not I like her. I'm not, I just don't feel it for Diana. I don't know where she fits in at. but I'm not here for her. I don't I'm just not. I can't exactly put my finger on it why I don't see it for Diana. I just know that I don't. Drop down in the comments and let me know how you guys feel about Miss Diana on this third episode. And right before they leave, right before those three ladies leave, Crystal does make a good point that I wanted to repeat. And she talks about her feelings again, and she tells the ladies that you guys will never validate someone's feelings if you don't understand them. And that was a good point that she made because I agree with her. I really do. I can see that that is Kyle's issue anyway. Kyle's issue. I don't know about if that's exactly 100% right for the rest of them, but I know that I can totally see that in Kyle. All right, it's like her way or you're crazy. All right, she think you crazy and something wrong with you if you don't do things and feel how she tells you to do and feel. And that's, to me, that's ludicrous in and of itself. Okay. Okay, you guys, so this is my surprise at the end, and quite frankly, I don't know if you guys will like it or not, but I like it, okay? So here's the thing. I can't help but notice some fashion sometimes, okay? And I figure if I'm gonna talk about it, let me try my best to save it until the end. So from here on out, if I have fashion that I want to talk about, in the episode, I'm gonna save it for the end. So that way you guys have the option to do what you want with it. Okay? But do remember to click like and subscribe and ring the bell so that you are notified of when I drop another review and recap. So this episode, the fashion, the only thing I want to highlight, let me put it like that, okay, are the purses. And I noticed it with the clutch. Okay, do you see Sutton's clutch? Tell me that you see her clutch. Okay, I said, oh my God, that is so cute. I am a book lover, love to read books. And this woman has a book clutch. Oh my gosh. So, of course, I had to look it up. Once I looked it up, I found that I could not find it specifically. Couldn't find it specifically, but found some that are close to it, and they start out around $1,500. One that I thought was cute was Barbie. I was a Barbie fan when I was a young little girl. Okay, loved Barbie. So to have a little Barbie book clutch, I'd love it. And then I came upon the one that I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I need to ask Diana to buy this for me. Fresh and Hot Cookies clutch. Okay, that is so cute. And see, I'm gonna have to contact Diana, all right, and get an interpreter, not an interpreter, interpreter, okay, because this is $6,000 for this cookie clutch. Oh, but it's so cute, and I used to love those little cookies. So the next thing that I saw that I was like, what is this? Rena's bag, her tote bag that said Rena. I was like, oh, okay. And then, of course, couldn't help but notice earlier, uh, Kyle had one. So I was like, all right. So this is another little thing that they do. They have the same fashions, and actually, that's rather annoying. And I don't even know if I like that. Cause I don't know if I want my name all over the place. I don't have to have a bag with my name on it. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. So drop down in the comments and let me know how you guys feel about having your name and your initials on a tote bag. And also, I don't like the color. It's so bland and blasé. However, I am in love with the book clutch. Okay. I just need Diana to give me $6,000. All right. All right. Now you guys be safe. Have a wonderful weekend and remember to wash your hands because it's still out there. All right. All right. Bye.